Dan, will you make it to the solid waste meeting tonight?
Well, I have all intentions of it.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. Would you mind seeing Steve, Mark?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I can
make sure they.
If it happens again, they can call me maybe.
So I look
Depend
back,
on-
and we can do by phone.
Oh,
When Barrett Gipp was here, we passed that. Cause after, I called you at the last meeting and stuff. I didn't know for sure if we could do it by phone, so I looked back and we can. Yep. We can do it by phone. So.
I'll have my
if something-
phone with me if you need me last minute.
Yep, okay, will do, yeah, so. Other than that. See you at 5.
and probably a motion for that. Approval on
Purchase.
EJ's discretion on
Recommendation, yeah, on which one to go. It might be a month or two, just depends when I can get away and get to, yeah. So, different ones to look at.
down. Couple brackets at FFA. And then meetings, stuff are.
Oh, down in Des Moines?
Well, I had districts.
Yep.
The Golden States.
Mm-hmm.
They were both on the same team.
Judging?
Conduct of meeting. and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, so,
Yeah. You went down there?
Yeah, I went down and watched that. That was kind of interesting. We went to the conduct of meeting and.
I didn't see John's fucked in here. when I was up in mail.
Two of their teams were one big each one. One got gold, two go to state, and one got gold.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow.
Just watch. You know how.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Damn. It is neat, And you could sit in the audience.
Yep.
And watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That's the first time I ever did that.
Oh, really? Then your girls were,
No,
In it?
no, no.
oh,
They were
okay.
in, DECA.
Oh, okay, Yeah.
A lot of different places.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Just a while. Very,
Those kids do a good job,
yeah,
they
they got a little bit at the end of the question, 4 questions. So, if they got, there was one question they stumbled on. They lost it.
Really?
Being all, that's the first game we watched. And yeah, they.
Really?
She did. You did.
That's good. Yeah, that is. It must be this time of year, cause
Yeah.
my daughter is down in Des Moines, so she's taken like nursing classes in NICC. She's only a sophomore, but the instructor took down a certain, like 6 girls that were in the class to HOSTA. It's some health, occupation, service, something,
Yeah.
and that's what they do. They have to dress up in, slacks. And
Yeah, I think
suit,
Corliss
tie.
was in Independence, because Jericho went, got her report, our treasurer, reporter, whatever, I think she's reporters.
Good.
Well, she got, she's going to state for that.
That's neat. Yeah.
So when they have, so they'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to put those kids in those situations,
Yeah.
those
They
professional
went to
situations.
nationals last year.
Oh, yeah.
It's in Jericho. Maddie got to go there. Didn't realize it was going. Yeah.
Indianapolis, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I think we went to nationals in Kansas City. Would that have been right back in the day? I mean, that was
Yeah, probably.
28 years ago. I think we
Yeah,
went
so
FFA in Kansas City, I think. Alrighty, we'll see you tonight.
Okay, yep, see you later.
Bye, TJ.
See ya.
seal.
Oh,
Next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Oh, no, this Tuesday, yeah,
it's too long. Yeah.
that's like it. This Tuesday.
That's like that.
No, you did, yeah.
Other than it's the draft.
April tonight. Conference board tomorrow. Tomorrow, conservation. This is at least the start of the week. Let's hope it slows down. Yeah.
Damn. Consolidation.
Oh,
It was a tough financial situation. to have.
Since Steve Flint, I
I'm
really.
glad I kind of made sense of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. The numbers are scary until you put it all together.
Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
It's on the agenda.
I had 5 there when I set things up.
And this was tucked in with the rest of them.
I don't know, they all got mixed up. When I did the election, but I had 5 back out.
What was what was the percentage of turnout?
Turnout?
Yeah.
Wasn't really high percent turnout. I don't remember the exact. Yeah.
Like 10, 7.
Was it more than you expected?
Yes. More than I expected.
Bob said you were only expecting probably around 100 for the Southwind one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were busier than I expected.
Yeah, I was in there early and I think I was 45.
Yeah. They usually like it being a little busier because then they are be a long and boring day. But they were maybe hopping it by the end of the day.
It was Southwind at 300.
Something like that, yeah. And it might even have been. That's probably about that. Here's good.
180 at 4 o'clock. So it was busy after that.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Shirley. Talked to the analyst once, she says, we haven't talked about it really in a long time. I said,
I think I'm probably.
well, it's good. Been out in Seattle, all kinds of places, so. That sounds good, use of your time.
I thought was Ruben speech.
Yep.
I was thinking things spent out.
Yeah.
She was in the speech.
Sure.
Sir.
Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. It's sparse back there.
Yeah.
Something must have happened. Oh, it was the voting. That's what happened.
We had all the chairs picked up last.
Well, it's 9:30. All those that so choose, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All meeting to order with everyone present. As a reminder, the meeting is being recorded. If you choose not to be recorded, you have the option of leaving. First item on the agenda this morning, Michael Kueny, our county engineer. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm doing good. Had a good weekend. Winneshiek County, I just start going through the list here. Winneshiek County is no longer a finalist for the 2025 build grant. We resubmitted the 2026 build grant. It was submitted on February 24th, 2026. There's nothing new this week. Bridge inspector came up 3 weeks ago for the annual meeting. We're still mowing the summer repair projects. Railroad flat car bridge study coordination is nothing new this week. Subdivision data gathered, there's nothing new this week. We're hiring for a mechanic. The position is, we are now interviewing 2 applicants for tomorrow. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. We're doing that at the main shop. Bridge crew position has been filled internally. Equipment operator 2 position is now open and due Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mark Monroe is the new assistant foreman at the auction shop, so congratulations to Mark. Project to cut into Quarry Hill Road across the Van Penen to make the driver safe. It's being coordinated with the city of Decorah and Brunings. Nothing new this week. 2026 budget amendment draft is complete. Whatever, I don't know, when do we want to talk about 2027 budget, Ben?
What about it?
So I don't.
You've already presented it to them,
Yep.
right?
Yep, I have brought it to their attention.
And it's already included in our budget draft.
Okay,
So unless you need to start amending it, which we can't really do until this
well,
year
it's
starts.
27, so yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm on top of that.
Yep.
Rock plans for gravel roads are being developed by Blade, have been developed by Blade operators. Rock bids for contract rock were sent out on Friday. Engineer and engineer's assistant met with Spillville board on Tuesday. The W14 Spillville 28E agreement has been signed by Spillville. I have it right here. I notarized the Paul Wormers and Lynette's signature here as per the meeting. Goes to Dan.
They decided on 5-year interest.
They wanted the 5-year no interest at the meeting, so.
Would anyone like to take action on this 2080 agreement?
I motion to approve the 2080 agreement with Spillville
The 5 and the 5.
for the 5-year payback period, no interest.
Yep.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 2080 agreement with Spillville for a 5-year payback. All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'll abstain since I was in that meeting.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
Yes, it's not real new development, but something that's been going on in the background. The engineer's office is developing a new timekeeper system. It's a software-based system and then a physical paper-based system. I have it's a web-based program. If anybody would like to look at kind of the interface on that, I have it open on my phone here. Basically, the idea here is that we can fill all of our timesheets out via phone, and then a lot of the payroll system becomes automated once it becomes a software solution rather than everything having to be hand calculated. There's been interest in other departments about taking this application and applying it to various departments. So this has been kind of going on in the background. As one of our crew members who's working on his own time to develop this system. So it's really fantastic.
Should be a time saver.
Yeah, there's some legal things that we have to figure out, you know, HIPAA, who's the administrator and things like that. So we'll get that figured out. We have, the system's still pretty raw, but at least, for my time sheet and things, it's working.
Wasn't a market product.
There's a market product, but it's expensive and,
And the last time we bought one, about 6 months later and several letters from Andy, we had to get a refund because they couldn't make it work
Oh
for
my
us.
goodness.
yeah, this is,
Like our sound system.
Yeah, so for one thing, comp time, which is something the county has, is in Iowa is only legally allowed for government employees. So they don't really have a way to handle that in a lot of private software vendors, so.
It's awesome.
so, yeah, we had a meeting on Thursday. This is the first time you can really enter things in. The output is a timesheet that is not identical, but very similar to ones in the past. So we can still hand correct things as needed, and have, you know, a little bit of a carryover in terms of if things need to go back to paper a little bit. We have a little bit of a backup on that. So that's in the works. And I commend our personnel doing this. Engineer's office is advertising for summer tech help and for roadside mowers as of this week. Safety meeting for the crew and recycling and landfill will be held on Wednesday. Conservation is welcome to attend as well. This meeting will satisfy the MSHA requirements and demonstrate the updated FEMA app. Board is welcome to come.
What time is it?
Can't remember if it's 8 or 9 o'clock on Wednesday,
Here.
at the shop. Big shop. Engineer is looking to finalize terms for the Decatur County truck sale. Truck 544 has been agreed to be sold as it has not been used since the purchase of the 4 trucks last year. I tried to set the sale up. I think that the board has requested that we they request their input on that. And I'll turn it over to the board on what it is they might.
Well, the price looked fairly low to me. I mean, we had to get over 20,000 for these last trucks that we.
The last trucks we haven't had, the last trucks we've had for the set of 4, the trade-in offer from Don's was 10,000. The last 4 trucks that we sold were 10,000, 11,000, 11,000, and then 16,000. The 16,000 was a buyer who thought he was getting a heated box on it. So I set it up for 11,000 on as a no haggle price. The other thing I said was I decided that because Decatur County was being stressed, it set up a situation where we would haul over to them. There was discussion that maybe we shouldn't do that. I talked to the Decatur County engineer. He's willing to meet halfway. I just want to confirm that we're all okay with the 11,000 price tag before moving forward. If we're not, I can pass that on as well. So I figured I could turn it over for discussion.
Do you want to remind people what happened in Decatur County and the need for them to buy a truck?
Yeah, so on Friday of not last week, but the week before, I got an email from Justin Savage, the Decatur County engineer. It says, said something to the effect, Decatur County Secondary Roads had a fire this morning in one of our sheds. We lost 5 out of our 8 tandem plow trucks to the fire, as well as many other items. Any county that has a spare plow truck, we could rent or borrow. In the short term, would be much appreciated. I reached out to him after talking to the superintendent and talking to our shop foreman, saying that they were already trying to decide what to do with 544 as it had not been used. So I looked at the prices that we had sold previous. I had remembered that we had got a $10,000 trade-in offer for the trucks. And then I'm going off of memory here, as good as that is. The 10,000 was the highest price that we could guarantee from the auction service. So I said 11,000 since that was
Higher than what you got.
yeah, I mean, it was the average price. If you take the 10, 11, 11, and 16, comes out to 12,000.
16 is not correct.
An outlier.
60, it's an outlier. But it got sold for 16.
But we didn't have heated.
If we did not have a heated box, so, and they wanted to remove they ended up taking the plow equipment, but they didn't want that either, so that was an unhappy customer, so.
If we can help out another county and we're not using this truck anyway and you're getting a fair price for it, I'm in favor of it.
The issue is we have two trucks on reserve. So if we have two trucks on reserve, now we'll have one. That seems to be fair. After talking to the shop mechanic, say with the newer truck fleet, there's less maintenance going in, so there's less need for two. So that's the issue surrounding that. I just wanted to give a full informed decision here to the board.
My opinion is we shouldn't have to deliver it. I mean, because if they find something wrong, they don't like it. To me, they should come up, take a look at it and drive it home themselves. I mean, that way we get it when something happens halfway down even. It should be, we don't need to spend any more money on the truck than necessary. I guess that's my opinion. But we're helping. I've got to put our landfill burnt too. It should. We replaced everything ourselves there. Nobody else coming, but I don't mind helping somebody else. But it just said I think they should be able to come and get it in case they see something wrong. They don't like it, then nobody's out nothing. They can just, no, we don't want it. You know, it's not what we want or whatever. That's just my 2 cents.
Excuse my lack of understanding, but what is the sander you mentioned on the back of it?
The sander's got a belt sander, and I don't know all the things with it, but effectively, it can't be used to haul dirt and rock and things like that because it's got a belt sander on the back that's permanent. That doesn't allow you doesn't allow it to be a dump truck in the summer. So it's really a good vehicle for plowing since the sander attachment makes everything real convenient in the winter for dropping sand and salt, but it doesn't make it utilitarian in the sense that if we're hauling dirt, it's going to be idle. So
It's a plow truck.
it is a plow truck, exactly.
I'd agree with Mark, though, if we're gonna sell it, we don't need it to. And they can come up and grab it and drive it back themselves once they take the check, it's theirs.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good idea. That way there's no question about, they see what they're getting.
That's just my principle. I mean, you know, if there's something they don't like, then say, hey, we don't think it's gonna work and nobody's out, nothing. I mean, yeah. That's where I'm at.
So then I'll reach out to Justin and say, hey, board would like to have you guys come up and take it yourselves. I think he'll be just fine to look at it and take it yourselves. and we
Yeah,
can-
I mean, that's just,
I think he'll be fine with that.
yeah, I mean, that's just my, then it's they do see something they don't like, then they just drive it off.
It's probably a plus for them, buying something.
I mean, that way they can drive it around the parking lot, just let them drive it around the parking lot if they don't, if there's something, say, not real. I don't think that's not what we want.
It's no different than buying something up a quicker way. You don't see that either.
I
But no,
don't, this is pretty,
No, we want to just be.
this is
fair,
a pretty
so
easy,
Pretty fair, that's being
it's
pretty.
pretty easy to accomplish
Yeah.
here, so.
If you can try everything, if they don't think it's, okay, that's.
Do you want a motion on that?
I don't think this is.
It's not.
This is kind of a managerial decision. I just wanted to keep everybody informed,
Yeah, no, I just think it'd be,
so.
it's more fair to them too, they come up, try it out, if there's something they don't see or like.
I don't think that was gonna be much of a problem. He offered to come
No.
halfway and then
No.
just
But just-
after this discussion, I think that'll be just
They
fine.
know for 11,000, they're not getting a
Brand new truck.
brand new truck by any means.
So, yeah, I think the only thing it's doing is eating up time and everything for us is right here, it's doing right now, so. Then I guess with road embargoes, they're mulling road embargoes. The rumor on the street was that that Almaquee was gonna start road embargoes. They were putting that off a week. I think that we're gonna put ours off a week. I had looked into doing it this week. Though we have weather
It's
coming.
supposed to cool off, ain't it, for.
Yes, it is supposed to cool off. So we got metal pipe culvert beds are due on Friday. Please put a word on an agenda for next week, Ben. And then I will be attending the ISAC conference on Thursday and Friday this week. I don't know. Steve, I'm gonna guess that you're gonna go, and then Shirley and Mark. Actually, okay. Dan, are you? I go with Dan and Mark. You guys gonna go? Okay. And then county surveyor attended the SLSI meeting in Ames last week. Got some interesting information surrounding cutting trees in the right of way. We'll be discussing that with the county attorney. Also, while he was there, took our beam breaker to get recalibrated. The calibration experts down in Ames said that we need a new beam breaker for our inspection crew. And then we, at the same time, we'll probably be looking to refurbish our air entrainment pots. It's gonna be about I would imagine it's gonna be less than $10,000, but something around that magnitude for total bills.
Will you need next week to approve the hire of the mechanic that you're interviewing tomorrow?
We don't know, but
Let me know.
I think we talked about this, was it last week? Where we have candidates that don't have a CDL, and how do we ultimately handle that? So that's kind of where we're at. We're still in the same boat here. So.
How does that work then? Like Mark Monroe doesn't have his class A CDL. Then he's in charge of the auction shop.
He has a class A.
I don't think so.
I think there's only one that does not. I don't think it's him. I could be wrong on that.
Most of our truck drivers just need a B, because you only need the A if you're hauling the tractor trailer.
We have
I
the,
kind of know about the job description for the foreman though.
yeah, I know one other division that has a class B, and that was
And
grandfathered.
they were grandfathered in with that class B, but they're gonna take a different position. I would assume you have to have the qualifications for that position. Not saying you can't upgrade.
I'd have to go back and look at the,
Check into it.
I will check into that.
Anyone have anything else for Mike?
At least the gravel shouldn't get too bad this spring, I don't think, because we ain't had a lot of moisture last fall, or they.
I am a little nervous about the haul price with the gasoline spiking.
Yes, but I mean, our roads, as far as the condition of them, shouldn't be just too bad a shape.
Because freeze thaw here at the end, I don't know.
Hard to say, but
They don't have, they have 2 years of
Yeah.
easy.
But we didn't have, it wasn't real wet last fall, so. Hopefully they don't.
It looked like it was firming up pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that might be short-lived on the huge spike they're seeing in oil.
I'm hoping so. So, I know that's gonna be weighing on the.
Yeah.
On the bidders on that haul price, so. You send out bids to Burlington at BMC.
If they come in extremely high, we could just wait and try rebidding them in a month if the price.
That would be.
Yeah, fuel prices from that.
Something that considered. The other thing that might be considered to be hauling more ourselves, you know, I mean, there's much pipe that we're putting in the ground, I, that, not do that. So, and then we're still two guys down, plus mechanic, so. You know, just, that's kind of where we're at on things. That's all I've got, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next up, a couple miscellaneous items, certification and cost allocation plan.
I sent that out last week for your review. It was interesting that we had just talked about that and talking about this is the plan to take the indirect costs of running the VHS building, so, or the VHS department, HHS department, so it takes all of our time Tony spends to enter claims and, time that just to have our office open and running, that we do things that are indirectly costs. So whatever small percentage of that can be claimed then the HHS through the state. So we file this report, costs us $3,800 or $3,850 or something. They can do it, and they guarantee we'll get at least that much back as from a state claim. I think last year we ended up getting 11 or 12,000 back. So it was worth doing the report.
Mhm.
I just need a
Motion.
motion to approve that report.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the certification and cost allegation plan. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Next up, discuss next steps with strategic plan.
Truly asked for this to be on the agenda, so
Yeah, so the reason I asked for it is we've got letters A through K here of the goals that we came up with at our strategic planning session of Upper Explorer Land Regional Planning. And I would like to again request that it's just a simple list of, you guys have it in your email, a list of the goals. I would really like to have the department heads also give us their top 5 from this, so that we can go into our decision-making a little bit more informed about what the whole team is thinking. We're not the final, like, the top spoke in the wheel. We're one of many spokes in the wheel here at the horizontal level of government and county government. And I really think we should include our team members in this decision-making.
We are the top spoken.
That's what this.
Would you be willing to just send this out to the department heads and have them tell us what their top 5 are. It's a simple email. It doesn't mean a meeting or anything. It doesn't take anybody's extra time. It's just, what would you rate the top 5 goals A through K here? And it's a
You got
simple
an email from, this email came from,
Aaron,
Aaron
Denner.
Denner.
so that's all they're doing, for what we hired them to do.
Right.
Yeah, they
I'm
aren't gonna
saying
send
you
it.
could, as a board of supervisors,
When you get the report, you can do whatever you want with it.
right, but we're charged right now by the end of today to give Aaron our top 5. I would be more comfortable as a member of the bigger team to know what are the top 5 of all the department heads. That would help guide my decisions as a supervisor to know what the full team feels, and it's a simple email. It wouldn't take that much time.
Would you get responses by today at 5?
You'd get some. It's better than none. I mean, it's just a simple act to try to include the full team of our county. I'm not going to assume to know what the county sheriff would say is the top 5, or the emergency management, or conservation, or public health, or you, for instance, Ben. I would really like to know what you think the top 5 here are, because you know your jobs way more than the 5 of us do. And you're gonna be here in 10 years.
Right.
Some of us aren't. Some of us aren't gonna be here in 2 or 3 years. I would like the full team's input on this, and I don't think it's asking a lot to just send an email out and we get back what we get back by 5 today to help us decide what our top 5 are. It's a really easy request in an email.
If so, then we're gonna have to postpone and redo this, table this until another time to sit down and discuss all of what you're
Absolutely.
suggesting.
Absolutely.
And I think they have all expressed what they think their important pieces are.
Where did they do that?
And the thing that we went through is we did it as a group of the points that they had already summarized from what he received in the responses to the whole situation. All of that was presented in that entire list.
I still don't understand why the hesitation to just simply send this list out to our department heads and they just email back.
And they,
And strategic planning at this level shouldn't be done in a week or 2. This is a longer process. County government moves slowly for a reason. And I think the more information we have from our full team, the better. It can't hurt us. It can only help us as a county.
my understanding is we were going into this as a 2-year look forward in what they had proposed, similar to what was done with the city of Decorah. And so, and each department head has a sphere of influence, and there's no doubt about that. The issue is though that we have a sphere of influence is much bigger than their individual sphere of influence that we have to look at. So I think we have to we looked at what they have brought us. It's on that list that you're talking about. We may not have heard from a department head that had a specific, but when it was compiled by Upper Explorerland, they took into account what they were receiving as an aggregate and brought it to us in those items that they've listed. So
The survey was,
sure.
I think what he's saying is the survey responses were color coded for the ones that had the most comments, the next most, so
These were.
Yeah.
those weren't.
Yeah, them are all the top ones that
Those were
everybody
developed from
compiled.
the survey.
They compiled it from everybody.
These
Yeah,
are all the
yeah.
top ones. And I don't see where the harm is in asking the whole team, what would be your top 5 on this list? Because that's our next step here. I don't think it's a big ask to say, okay, team, what would you say are your top 5? And that would help guide all of us to better understand what the top 5 priorities would be. We started off that strategic planning session. Sorry, Mark, but the first thing you did was bash our employees and say that they should be awarded merit pay. It really shut down some people.
Well,
From the
that's
get-go.
The way it should be. That's the
should
way
not.
people should be. They should be paid on what they do.
That is not,
Yes, it
that is
is.
not how our government,
That's how the public.
that is not how our government works.
Well,
We're
don't-
within the
I'm
county
just saying.
government policies, and I really believe firmly that we should just ask our department heads for input on this.
I would agree with Shirley that I think we should continue to have more input from the department heads. I think it was a productive meeting. I wish we could have had another meeting to go deeper into some of those things. I don't know what the harm is in putting it off any longer, but.
I think the big thing is that just so that what you get from Upper Explorer land, which is, if you don't make any changes, is gonna be based on the 5 of you, as long as you know that when you get it, you can have more department meetings, and they were all,
We still got all them issues
they're
right
all
there.
still goals. They just, the way they're listed will be based on the 5 of you, but you, that doesn't mean you're gonna, whatever gets to be 8th place is something you aren't gonna do.
Yeah.
You can still talk about them as the whole department heads group. Later.
We can still, when next meeting we have, we should still pick it up, we can have them, everybody put their top 5 out. I mean, it ain't like we're throwing it out
It's not
and
like,
not looking at it. I mean, we still have the list there. The list ain't going away. We'll still have it. We can look
As
at
long as you know that the report that you get from Upper Explorer land only ranks them based on the 5 of you. It doesn't take into account what other departments, so when you review it as a group, you need to make sure you're talking about that.
I think it would be better and more wise to simply ask the department heads to let us know what their top 5 on this would be. And it's a
And I would
simple
think-
email.
I would think that would be a good idea, other than trying to do it today by 5. That's
Yeah.
not a good.
Then have it by Wednesday or Friday, that we don't have to do this in a week or 2.
Right, other than what Aaron's timeline is, that he wants to get it done because he has a product to deliver to you.
Which he will not work on until he gets our top 5.
If you don't do it by 5 today, is he gonna just do it with the 4 people that do respond or 3 that do?
I already turned mine in.
you kind of get
Hard.
biased responsive when we few of them
Yeah.
apply.
So if we do a Friday afternoon deadline, it's not gonna hurt anything. It will not hurt anything to get input. It will only help to get input from our
I think
department
this
heads.
week is a bad week, because you're gonna have so many people gone for ISAC.
Friday wouldn't make any difference because 3 of us are gone to ISAC.
To make it, I don't know, make it
Yeah.
Monday.
2 weeks from
It
now.
could,
Guys,
it could
county
be 2 weeks
government
from
is-
now when we have a staff meeting. It's not, I mean, that is part of a staff meeting. They can talk about it anytime they want to, when all we have to do is set up a staff meeting.
We just have to say, pick a day today that you'd like all of these to be prioritized by the department heads. It's not hurting the report, and it's only helping the report, and it is only helping the county at a greater level than just the 5 of us prioritizing this without input from the people who work here all the time and will be here in 5 years. They know their jobs better than we do. I'm not going to begin to assume to know what their priorities would be. I think it we
Some
do
of them
need to
may not be
include them.
here in 5 years either.
No.
What is the harm?
I've seen a lot. I don't-
So
I
can
don't
we
see a
send an
value.
email out?
I mean, I see more value in the department head meeting than I do in trying to change what we've already asked Upper Explorer Land to do. They've got a system they're following through. They gave us the system. We agreed to the contract, and they asked for our 5 responses. Beyond that, we can take and do anything with that information we want to. We can modify that information. It is a starting point. That's the way I see it.
It's a big starting point though, because they're gonna take our 5 priority goals. And
Well,
if our priority goals were reached at by the full team, I think that is a bigger
Do
picture of where we really want to be with department head input.
you think they have a vision of what our goals as a whole would be as a board by comparison to their individual department?
Yeah,
They do? How would they get that? We haven't done
they've
that.
worked for
all
the
these
county
years.
for many years.
That
They know
doesn't-
their jobs better than we do.
They know their jobs better than we do.
Okay,
That's true.
right, then let's,
We sit here
Using
as
your-
a board and with a different job description and a different responsibility.
using your description, yes, they know their jobs better than we do. They may not know ours because we're the Board of Supervisors, we do different things, but everything we do should be in collaboration with and in partnership with our department heads, working with the team. That is the
All
level
right,
of government. That's how it's supposed to be. So one simple email, and Aaron Detter, I can guarantee you, I could call him right now and say, hey, do you mind if we get these 5 priorities to you a week later or 2 weeks later? Like, yeah, that's fine. That'll work. It's fine. it's not like he's sitting at his desk waiting for the Winneshiek County to get a hold of him today. He's got other things to do. It's no hurry, but it would be really, really better to get the input from department heads.
So if the majority consensus isn't to get it from the department heads for the report, there would be nothing preventing you from emailing the department heads before you submit your response.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that if we don't agree today, just do it. I
Well, that's
mean,
fine.
Well, go ahead.
I don't know why we can't as a team agree to get input from department heads. That it doesn't make sense to me.
To me, it's just changing we're changing horses in the middle of the stream. Let's
Oh,
finish what
for
we started.
goodness sake.
And then we'll
All
take it from
right,
there.
it's a consensus. We're not going to. Let's move
Is it a
on.
consensus? You're not going to get input from department heads? I want to be
That's
clear
not-
on this.
That's not what
We
we said,
have-
Shirley.
No, that's what you're saying.
We have the input from the consensus right
That
here.
is the
That's all the
consensus.
consensus.
We do
have.
not have
Yeah, we do.
the priorities that would be chosen.
Moving
from
on,
this
next
list.
on the agenda, Andy Vandermatten, our county attorney. Andy, what do you have?
Good morning. I do not have anything unless I forgot something, in which case you'll remind me, right?
If you forgot it, then I guess we'll have it for next week.
No, I don't think I have anything for you.
We got everything done on for the sale of we're sending out the applicate or whatever
Yeah.
up for the DHS building. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep, and I sent the notice to the newspaper and I sent to the 3 bidders from last time and we sent to, there were 2 adjoining property owners we sent to and we sent to Stephanie Crom.
Okay.
So the both should be out there. 2 of the bidders from last time I had emails for, so they got it Monday afternoon. One of them I had to mail it to them because I didn't have an email.
So the ball is rolling.
The ball's rolling, that's right.
And that's it for March. What was it?
26.
It's the last one, the 30th.
March
With the bid.
26th in by the
26th.
26th and 30th.
Well, thank you, Andy.
All right, thank you.
Committee reports.
The Historic Preservation Commission meets on Saturday, 8:30 here in this room.
Me and Steve are gonna meet with Dan Marks tomorrow about 911 merging with the sheriff's department, so they can meet, because we have an EMS meeting
On Wednesday.
Wednesdays. We want to for that, so everybody's kind of on the same page or what happened.
Yeah, and this isn't gonna happen overnight.
No, it'd be like a 2-year plan
But it is-
approximately.
it seems to be more of a trend throughout the state.
Yeah.
And Dan believes it come in substantial
Cost.
savings for the county
Yeah,
down the road.
upfront, it might be a little bit, but after that, it's be a cost savings for the county in the long run.
Because what he kind of expressed to me in that is you may have an overlap of employees for a short period, but then that can be adjusted.
Yeah.
And was the way we.
One important part of that is if Dan takes over the management of the dispatch here,
Mhm.
that we still stipulate that that's funded through emergency management. Because that's through the different fund. We don't want to have the sheriff's department fund all the dispatching, because you wouldn't be able to afford that. I mean, you can't raise your general fund.
Fund enough to,
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cover it.
So that's a good question.
Yeah.
Just to ask tomorrow.
The emergency management would still be the funding agency, the one that's paying for the dispatchers. It just might be that Dan,
Using different vehicles.
Dan might be supervising them versus Sean or something, but it still needs to go through emergency management so we can keep our funding streams separate.
Otherwise it'd be a real trouble.
Yeah, there's no way we could take, I don't know remember how much the emergency or the dispatch is, but it's probably 800,000 or $1 million. There's no way we could move that all into the general fund. With the restrictions we have.
There's quite a few employees required
Yeah.
to handle 911.
We got landfill, Mark, are you coming landfill tonight?
You are gonna-
At 5 o'clock.
Conference board tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Yep. And election certification.
Tomorrow, 9:30 was gonna be Mark and Shirley, I think, that we're planning to come for that. It should only take a few minutes. I mean, there's 3 things to sign and
I have conservation board tomorrow. Mark and I got some data back from
From the,
HHS. We really haven't sat down to talk through it yet, but maybe we'll have all that for next week.
printing mine off and I printed it, backed it up on. I was gonna print it off,
Yeah.
or do it for next week, print it off.
Yeah. Just some of the,
Just on the percentages, we're
on the low side.
way on the low, yeah. So against Clayton and Elm McKee, well, Elm McKee is probably the lowest. Clayton and Howard were on the 2 on the higher side. We were, yeah.
Oh, well, like on the SNAP. Howard was the smallest at 17%. We were at
Oh, okay, then Elm
24.
McKee and,
El McKee was 29.
Yeah,
And
that's what
Clayton
I-
was 30.
yeah. So we're, yeah, it was Elm McKee and Clayton were the highest. They were right at 30 and so we're paying a little more than we should have to.
We should keep in mind that we will need to looking forward, we're gonna be needing to create some space over there, because as we try to transition into the thoughts of finalizing what will happen with the county attorney, it's becoming more and more evident to me that we probably need to consider having some department or something housed over there at the community services building to be able to accommodate what we need to do. So we're gonna, that probably will mean some adjustment of either spectrum or toys go around to be able to accommodate what we'll need for a county department to be in there.
And I have emptied all my stuff out of the southeast corner room in the old.
And
John Hoverson started digging apart some of that old shelving in there. I have the books moved upstairs, and last week I got the shelves put together. I just haven't got the books put on the shelves yet, but making progress with that.
probably in the next month and a half, we will be replacing the carpet in the small courtroom and repainting the courtroom. Probably, that carpet probably hasn't been changed in best guess is 30 years. And so it's timely.
This southeast room, if you decide to use that for IT or one of the other offices, it will definitely need new carpet.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it needs paint or not, it's hard to tell because there's so many shelves in there, but the carpet is fraying and coming apart, so I know it needs new carpet.
That's minor, but it'll be somewhere in the range of that courtroom of probably about 10,000 or less. But that pretty much takes care of all of the flooring issues upstairs, maybe one office in this corner right back up here that needs to be replaced. But other than that, we've pretty much gone through it. The time consuming part is getting the state involved to move all the electronics so the carpet can be installed and then reinstalling it and so forth and working with the court schedule. So it's not an easy task, but we will get it done. It's just timely.
Yeah, going back here, like the SNAP recipients per county. Clayton had 865, Elm McKee 851, Howard 475, we had 641. The benefit dollar amounts, Clayton was at 126.8. Elm McKee 124.5, Howard 71.4, and we were right at 97,000. One of the numbers that kind of stands out, and unfortunately, we're the highest going on, is the child abuse assessments. That was 67, 70, 71, and we were at 103. So that's one we're not real proud of.
Larger population now.
That could be too.
Yeah.
We're double.
But not Clayton County. We're
No.
pretty close.
Pretty close to Clayton.
And medical assistance recipients. Howard County was had the most, with 4575. And their Clayton counties is 2818, Elm Key 2874, and we were 3061. So some of the numbers.
Is there a way to know if these are the multi-county employees that you're talking about? Do we know how much of the time is people who only do stuff in Winneshiek County and how much is the ones that work in all the counties? 'Cause, you know, our current 28E says we pay for 60, whatever the state was left after the state pays, we pay 60%. And then the other 40%, each of the 4 counties do 10%. So we actually pay 70.
Yeah.
So that, I would assume that was developed because 60% of the employees only worked in Winneshiek County and 40% of them worked in all the counties. So then we split
The
those.
work done in Winneshiek County goes out to all 4 counties.
That's all,
Yeah,
all.
all 4
So
counties.
maybe that, it shouldn't be
That
60 and then
no.
maybe you just take all 4 counties and divide them up 25% each. And that would be an
Yeah.
easy way to.
Well, you got 2 of them kind of on that one column, 2 of them are at one's 29, one's 30. And Howard's only 17, and then we're 29, so
24. We were at 24.
24.
In that column.
So there might be something that worth
Yeah.
reopening that with those other 3 counties and opening up that
And that's
2080.
why we asked them.
And we're still paying the building out of our own pocket, which these other counties have a builder, well, office they're paying on it. So that part evens it out amongst. So this here part really should be split accordingly to, could be split a little fair.
And how old is that 2080 that exists?
Something like 93 or something like, yeah, it's like 30 years old.
So it's obviously, it would be appropriate to
Some
visit that.
population has decreased in some of those counties in 30 years.
Because, so.
I don't know how we'd have to go about to.
You'd have to schedule some sort of meeting where it'd probably be easiest if 1 or 2 of you met, you know, like one of you met with one of each of their boards so that you kind of come up with an idea before you take it. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't probably want to try to do a combined meeting with 4 full sets of boards of supervisors. That would be hard to coordinate and house, but some of them are 3-member boards, so they could only have 1 person at the meeting. So,
Unless it was discussed at a 6-county meeting.
yeah, you could, other than there'd be counties that aren't involved, but. Yeah. 'Cause that's
It could be
already
when we're all
joint
gathering
meeting.
anyway.
Yeah,
I think that would probably be the best plan.
Yeah.
We could just
That way at least
stay
have
away.
one from everybody.
Yeah, we're not singling any one person out.
That way just stay late and have a discussion about it.
Come and approve that.
That's where we could begin this discussion.
Yeah, then we can take these numbers
Yeah.
along and just kind of show them where they're at.
Who has the next meeting? 6 county.
Who was it last?
Hey, that was last. right?
Howard. Howard is
Probably
next.
Howard.
Yeah, it goes alphabetical, I think.
So we'll wait till that comes up on that. Any other committee reports? Consent agenda?
Got the minutes, the claims, the recorder's monthly report, and tobacco licenses for Highland General Store and Harvest Farm Campground.
I'd move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Back to committee.
Unanimous.
I did have a early childhood Iowa meeting I sat in on last Friday, which is still pretty contentious about how the districts and things are gonna go. Our particular hawk, and ECI is under the microscope right now with that, so we do have a meeting either this Friday or Monday. I think we're gonna be hiring a new director, so that'll help. I'm confident we should be able to move forward with that, but ECI in general is
There's two of them.
struggling to figure out how they're going forward.
Their boards. Go back a page.
As far as being the Freeport properties, we'll just wait till after we get the DHS building maybe done and then proceed with them and what.
When's your next meeting over there,
Oh, yeah,
Dan?
Dan.
Wellington.
Wellington.
Oh, it was supposed to have been last week. They didn't have enough for a quorum. It was last Thursday, so they're gonna see what they got put together.
Okay.
Now, that'd be the next step, I think, is to find out how much they're interested in before you look at the next.
Yeah.
I think we need to try to, maybe we should walk over there and take a look at that map. So what the options would be to try to come up with something that would be a kind of a tentative value of
Well,
extra property.
you express that it has to kind of go on those plat lines.
Yeah,
Well, but there, yeah, that could be, it could be, each one of those blocks could be easily,
Yeah, that's.
yeah,
so we come up,
One,
but we
two, or
could come up
three.
with a 1, 2, or 3, and give them an idea. I mean, Shimmick can give us a quick size up of what those parcels would be. And then we just have to look at what would that land be worth on the open market.
Yeah, because when Leah called to inform me it wasn't going to be a meeting, she asked if we had been doing it. So we got some things to show them. So,
It's hard to judge how much those, if you look at the little blocks on that small map, it's hard to judge. That's really pretty good size of chunk.
okay. Does anyone have anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
second that.
A motion and a second for adjournment. All those in favor, say aye.
I.
We need to go and do that, Steve.
Probably need 5 minutes right now, might be easier. You got time.
Yeah, I got time. See what Mike does, too.
So we got recycling next week, Mark.
See, they had their, must have got that mailer. Rejected. It was not an easy fix.
That was a Lonnie leftover. Cost a lot of money. You know what I'm talking about.
What's a new favorite car?
Oh, probably,
35, 40,000.
no more than that, with an ejector, probably 100 a
Oh,
quarter.
the ejector.
No, it's,
Well, I think the ejector's 30,000.
that was a pretty picture.
No, we're supposed to submit our top 5.
Ben, do you want the top 5 to you or to Aaron directly
For what?
from all of us by the end of today?
I'm not involved. I don't even know you got the list, so it's gotta go to Aaron, I guess.
What are you doing, have breakfast or what?
Oh, God.
Is that, okay.
Yeah, that's what they're working on, yeah.
Oh, okay, say,
Yeah.
Oh,
did they do some plumbing work there at the building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Priorities for the next couple of years. I'll look at it each year.
$1,400.
So we still don't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
Well, they're,
Okay, no, I was curious, yeah.
might have a survey to.
Okay. No.
Explore today.
I asked for it last
I
week.
would guess.
Oh, okay.
No, a week after, they'll actually get the final plan.
I need to come back on Thursday. So.
Oh, okay,
What goals of the county.
for that, okay,
2 years.
I don't get anything from.
okay,
report at
Okay.
yet. I did.
yeah, no, I just curious.
Same time. I-
No, that's fine, that'll work,
I
So,
sent.
okay, talk to you later, you bet, bye.
That's what emailed us. I sent it.
Because it.
Well, not limited, but he would have fewer routes. So I don't know for sure how that would work.
The bigger deal is.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Well,
Got the dam or.
Yeah.
or something if you're gonna get-
also would like the legislative thing and see if I can.
Okay, Fatima, there's only 2 left.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.